Hey guys, welcome to the channel. Today I'm going to be taking you guys aboard the Disney Dream. My sister and I decided to surprise our dad for his birthday this year by taking him on a cruise. We decided to do a Disney cruise, and we also decided to do Concierge for the first time. So if you've never sailed with Disney Cruise Line before, or you have sailed with Disney Cruise Line and you've never done Concierge, this is definitely a video series that you're going to want to check out. So this is day one, Embarkation Day. We flew into Fort Lauderdale. Our ship, the Disney Dream, the hub is actually in Fort Lauderdale. And so if you're flying in, I would highly recommend getting a window seat. Fort Lauderdale is right along the beach. It is beautiful. If you have a window seat, you'll get to see the coastline, the city, and you'll even get a chance to see the Everglades. So definitely make sure to do that. On Embarkation Day, the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app will send you out an online health questionnaire that is required for you to complete for all members of your party prior to boarding. So make sure to do that. Upon arrival at the airport, you're going to head down to baggage claim, where a Disney Cruise Line cast member will kindly escort you to their particular kiosk or booth for DCL. At that booth, they'll help you attach your luggage tags to your bags, and then they will walk you out to your ground transportation. Now, for ground transportation for this trip, I chose to book directly with Disney. If you do that, then Disney will either send a motor coach, a taxi, or a van to pick you and your party up from the airport. Most likely, you're going to be in a large travel bus like my family and I were. And the current rate was $29 per person per way. And overall, I found the bus to be very clean, spacious, plenty of upper room to put small bags, and your bus driver will take care of your big bags.
Hi, welcome to Fort Lauderdale. Woo! My name is Mia, and your driver today is going to be Mitch. This motor coach will be traveling to the Disney Cruise Line terminal in Port Everglades, home, of course, to Disney Dream. Travel time is going to be about 15 minutes. We invite you to enjoy a video presentation we have prepared for your journey. Upon arrival at the cruise terminal, you will be asked to present your port arrival form and proof of citizenship for all guests in your party, as well as a photo ID for those guests that are 16 years of age and older. If you haven't already, we ask that you download the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app prior to your arrival. Without further ado, have a wonderful trip, everyone.
Friends and family for a little good-natured hot. But everyone has that one annoying uncle who thinks he's too cool for school. Too bad this guy's about to learn his lesson. Triple foul. Get it? Foul? Never mind. Talk about a hat trick. How should keep that thing on? Duck.
I would highly recommend getting a window seat on the bus. You'll get some great views of the Disney Dream, and you'll also get some fantastic views of the other cruise ships that are currently at port. Now, once you hand your luggage off to the bus driver and he loads it onto the bus, you are not going to see that luggage again until it's delivered to your stateroom. So really important to keep your boarding passes, as well as any medications, money, passports, important documents, or just things that you may need over the next couple of hours. Typically takes about 2 to 4 hours for your luggage to be delivered to your stateroom, and definitely make sure not to pack your travel documents. Now, for concierge guests, you do have an express boarding experience. Your port arrival time is going to be 10:45, and from that arrival time, you are going to be greeted by many DCL cast members. They are going to verify your boarding documents as well as your proof of citizenship. So that is something like a birth certificate plus a driver's license or a passport. If you've never sailed with Disney Cruise Line before, then you should know that Disney does have a boarding system with boarding groups typically ranging between 1 to 40. Concierge group automatically is number one. So you do get on the ship a little bit faster, irregardless of how many times you sailed with Disney Cruise Line, and also irregardless to when you uploaded your official boarding documents to the Disney Navigator app prior to your cruise. Inside of the cruise terminal, you will verify your travel documents and then you will go for security. Following that, you will be given the opportunity to take a couple of fun photos, and then you will be escorted off to the Disney's Concierge Guest Lounge within the cruise terminal. Each concierge guest is given a gold sticker to verify that you are officially concierge, and then you're free to relax in the lounge at the terminal prior to your boarding time. For our family, we arrived at the terminal around 10:45, 11 o'clock, and we were on the ship by 11:30. So depending upon the time that you arrive at the terminal, you may be hanging out for a few minutes or you may walk instantly on the ship. And I'm now going to pass off the camera to my past self, and I hope you guys enjoy the cruise. Hi friends, welcome to the channel. Today we are boarding the Disney Dream, and we are actually using concierge services for this trip. I've never used concierge with Disney Cruise Line before. I'm so excited to take you with me on this journey. Come on, let's see everything that concierge has to offer. When you use concierge, you do have a separate entrance that you can use and a separate security checkpoint. This is seating for all Disney Cruise Line guests down here. And then they do have a photo opportunity. You're going to take the escalator upstairs, and then you're going to find yourself in the exclusive Disney Cruise Line Concierge Lounge. You do have early access to board the boat. So the earliest that you get to get on the boat is actually 11 o'clock. And then they actually have chilled beverages over here. So if you do want to get something to drink while you're hanging out in the lounge, they have cans, and they also have bottled water. So I decided to get bottled water. I have the Sunny here, and it's kind of cool. If you haven't been on a cruise before, they do these aluminum bottles instead of plastic, so they're kind of fun. I always fly though, so I can never take one home, but I've always wanted to take one home as a souvenir. I collect bottles, oddly enough. Hi. Thank you. I think you this way.
Now everybody wants to meet you.
I'll figure out everyone. Enjoy lunch. Let me choose inside in a minute.
Thank you. So on Embarkation Day, concierge guests are welcome to have a sit-down lunch option served at the Royal Palace. As you can see, I just wanted to show you guys a shot of the menu here. Lots of pretty cool items that they have, and I did check. A lot of these items are not available at the restaurants during the remainder of the cruise. This is also a great time when you initially board, if you haven't already, to download the Disney Cruise Line Navigator app. This is where you'll be able to find the itinerary for each day of your cruise. You'll also find important information such as the mandatory assembly drill at 3:30 for all guests. You'll find show times, activities, and then you can even bookmark the different activities so that you know when different things are going to happen. They'll send you reminders. There is not really, I guess I would say there's basic Wi-Fi for concierge guests, but if are not concierge, there really isn't Wi-Fi and cellular data. So you can't text your family and friends, but you can use the Navigator app to direct message. Now for lunch, we had an assortment of rolls with fresh butter, and then I decided to get the potato and leek soup, and then I also decided to get the penne pasta, which I actually really enjoyed. It was light, the noodles were small, and then I did like the little bit of the ricotta and pesto mixed in. My members of my family also decided to get the chicken Caesar salad. And then I had my sister, she got a sundae with caramel sauce. And then I actually elected to try the carrot cake. I thought it was super moist. I really enjoyed the flavor. I just wish that in the cream cheese icing they hadn't included lemon. It was just kind of a weird combination for me.
So we just finished with lunch and we heard that our room is ready. So we're now going to go up and check out the room.
Here's our cards with our sticker, and then our assigned assembly station is in. Oh!
I just should have got my magic band done.
They're so big. All right, guys, so here we are inside of our stateroom. This is room 182. This is a concierge deluxe family ocean view. So coming right into our room, the first thing that you need to do is put your key card in this slot, and then this will allow your lights to turn on. If you don't put your key card in, your lights won't turn on. One hack that you can do is bring an index card, and you can drop an index card in this box and it will also open. So coming up here, we have our split bathroom. So coming into this bathroom, this is going to be your sink and your toilet. It is a step up. You have toilet paper, additional toilet paper, plunger. That is your flush. And then you have your soap, and then you have two shelves. Down here, you have a waste basket, tissues, towel, and then sharps container and sanitary. And then of course you have a mirror. So coming out again, want you guys to see there is definitely a little lip or step there. So be mindful of that. Then if we go into our second room here, I'll show you guys this too. We're actually celebrating a birthday. So we had our room decorated, and we have this magnet happy birthday sign, and all of these decorations we can take with us at the conclusion of our cruise. So here is going to be the second part of our bathroom. We have two bath towels hanging up there. And then we have our shower here. Little seat back there. You have your pumps of shampoo, conditioner, and soap. You have your rain, and then your handheld shower head. Lotion. Oh, and then they gave us a little French lavender loofah. That's nice. Washcloths, makeup towel, another waste basket, a scale if you want to check your weight with all the food you're eating, additional towels, and then here's going to be our second mirror. So coming out of the bathroom again, we have a little bit of a step there. Oh, and then here, almost missed this, guys, you have a full length mirror in your second bathroom. You're gonna have a wastebasket here, and then looking this way, so we have our two bathrooms, well, I guess our half baths. Over here, we're gonna have our closet. Okay. So up here is where you're going to find your life jackets. Very, very important to make sure that you have the correct life jackets for the individuals in your room. In our room, we have 3 adults, so we're going to need to check to make sure we have that. And if we don't, you just have to ask your stateroom attendant. And here you have hangers, and then you also have a laundry bag if you want to send out for service. And then I'll show you guys, this is the laundry service form. It says it's returned the next day by 5:30. They have same day service also. Put your name, stateroom date, and then I'll just show you guys the prices in case you're looking into this. All right. Making our way down through our closet here, we have our safe, and then we have an additional shelf space here, an additional shelf space down here. In here, you have shoe shine service. That's kind of cool. Here we have more life jackets, and then we also have Disney Cruise Line robes, so you can be fancy. And then those are slippers. There are 3 pairs. There's 3 of us staying in this room, and so they gave us 3 robes. And then we also have a ladder for the bed that actually drops down from the ceiling. So making our way into the main living space of this deluxe studio, I just want to show you guys, deluxe stateroom. Sorry, I'm in DVC mind. As you can see, this is a fairly large room, especially aboard a cruise ship. I don't know if you're like me, but when I first started cruising, I thought the rooms would feel really tight and tiny, but the rooms are actually really spacious. So this is the rest of our decorations for celebrating a birthday. So if you're thinking this is something you would like to do for your loved one as well, all you have to do is go on to the Disney Cruise Line website, log in, or download the Disney Navigator app, and then you can order this prior to your departure for it to be delivered to your room. They can even deliver cupcakes, cakes, all sorts of things. So on either side of our bed here, we're gonna have our lights. We're also gonna have our drawer, shelf space. Coming across to the other side of our bed, same deal, lights, telephone, and then on your phone you can see it says the Dream and then your room number, so if you ever forget your room. And then over there, as you can see, there's some hooks hanging up there, and then there's a nice little portrait of guest waving hello or goodbye to the Disney Dream. So over here we're gonna find, this is what I like to call our entertainment center slash desk. So you're gonna find your TV. You're gonna be able to watch Disney Dream TV. So if you have ever stayed at Walt Disney World and Disneyland and you turn on Resort TV, this is pretty much Disney Cruise Line's channel for that. So I would highly recommend, if this is your first cruise, to make sure that you check this channel out. They have all sorts of important procedures for you to know, just like about the emergency drill. So up here, we have some shelf space. This is really nice if you want to bring your own snacks and drinks for your cruise. Down here, we have our beverage fridge, and with Concierge, it already comes stocked. We have Evian bottled water, and then we have Sprite, Coke, and Diet Coke. And then this is really exciting, guys. This is our second Disney cruise, and now we're officially a part of the Castaway Club. So we have this really nice bag, and then we also have these nice luggage tags that Disney Cruise Line left in our room for us, and they left one for each of us for the luggage tags, and we have this really nice bag. This was a really sweet surprise. I was not expecting that. Over here we have 3 drawers, and then they're about a hand high and then about 2 hands long. Over here we have our happy birthday pin. We have our concierge letter. So this lets us know informations for the concierge lounge, which is 7 a.m. to 10 p.m. on deck 12 forward. The Sundeck option, which is on deck 13 forward, how we can contact our concierge team, and then it even tells us the times for the different food offerings within there. This is also information that if you are a concierge, you get into the shows 40 minutes prior, and you also get complimentary popcorn, and then 24 hours of continuous internet package for concierge guests as well. And here we have a notepad, a letter. We also have this. So if you haven't stayed with Disney Cruise Line before, if you hang this up on the outside of your door at the morning, you can mark off when you would like to have things delivered, and they will deliver continental breakfast items directly to your room, all included with your cruise. I love to start off with fruit and coffee in the morning, and you can still then go down and get breakfast at the buffet or one of the other dining options, but it's nice. Over here, let's see, we have a little postcard, 2 postcards actually. So we may have to send some friends and family some postcards while we're here. And we have a little pen here as well. But isn't this nice, guys? This little book, very nice, very nice. Here, guys, is where you're gonna have your plugs. So you have a European plug, but then you also have traditional. And then here, these are just operating the different lights. Pretty straightforward. And then here we have a chair. And then here we have our desk. You have your telephone numbers in here, emergency contacts. More drawers, just like we had on the other side. So here we have a hair dryer. And then tips for traveling, how to charge lithium batteries. We have a hot plate or a heat plate for hair straighteners, curling irons. This is kind of nice too, guys, soft closure drawers. And over here, you just kind of have a bigger drawer, but lots and lots of storage, as you can see. With our concierge room, we also have some wine glasses and then some juice glasses, and then some additional storage right here as well. And as you can see, a very, very large desk space, plenty of space to put keys, wallets, hats. And I even like how there's so many little touches of Disney. If you look up here, we have little hidden Mickeys around the lights, and we even have a little hidden Mickey here at the door handle. So coming directly off over here, we are actually going to have our beds. So in here, this is a bed. I can't show it to you guys yet because your stateroom host has to put this down for safety reasons, but I am gonna show that to you. And then our second bed is actually right up here from the ceiling. So all you have to do is let your stateroom host know how many beds you're planning on using. And then over here, we have a ottoman. It moves. Inside, you're gonna find your pillows and extra blankets for those additional beds. And then you can keep the ottoman here, or if you want to have it in the main living space. And then here you have your couch. So it's a little bit different. Some of the traditional staterooms had this couch would actually fold down into a bed, but Disney is doing a lot more of these in their newer ships. And then also, as you can see, in the concierge room. And then we have some nice artwork here, very nautical themed. And then we have our wonderful, beautiful balcony. So I'm going to take you guys out there, show you the balcony. Over here, I want to show you, you have your privacy curtain, and then you also have your... All right, guys, so here we are out on our veranda. Very, very nice and spacious. If you are just joining the video, we are in Fort Lauderdale, and we are going to be sailing out this afternoon. We are going to the Bahamas. In particular, we are doing a Disney cruise where we are just going to Disney's exclusive islands. So if you're interested in seeing more of our journeys, go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss any of my uploads that will be coming, and all focused on Disney Dream Cruising. So for our balcony, guys, we do have a light up there, so if you want to sit out at night, you have these glass doors, And then you have a chair, a table, and then you also have another chair here. You have the Disney Cruise Line emblem on there. Pardon the backpacks and jackets out here. We put our stuff out here so we could film inside the room for you guys. Alright guys, so here we are we're on deck 12. Just wanted to explore a little bit and kind of look around. You see they have a little stage, they have a little splash pad dome. This is the Cove Bar and pool area. This is for adults only. Deck 13 is reserved for guests 18 and older. So I have people ask me before, you know, if you cruise as a Disney adult, are there areas that are just for you? Or, you know, are there spots that are quieter? Yes, there are. All you have to do is come up a little bit higher. As you can see, they have ample seating up here. They do have a bar as well. One of my favorite things to do on the first day of the cruise is explore all these areas and hang out here. As you can see, we literally have this entire deck all to ourselves. It is a balmy 80 degrees here in Fort Lauderdale. It is toasty, but I'm loving it. Where I come from, it is very cold right now, so I am just like a reptile, just absorbing all of the heat. Some more lounge chairs here. These are some cute chairs, basket chairs. Yeah, see these cute chairs? This looks really nice. The shade. Here is another pool over here, guys. This is Satellite Falls Pool. It is. Oh yeah, you're right. It normally rains. Last time we cruised, I sat under there and it was like raining. It was really peaceful. And as you can see, they have some Sundeck areas that are under the shade. So if you don't want to sunbathe, you can get out of the sun as well. We are now at the back of the ship for all of my ship-worthy friends that know all the seamen's terms. I'm so sorry, I don't know. I think this is, oh, I'm not going to even try. It's the back of the boat. We're just going to go with that. This is very, very peaceful. And they even have up this wall to divide and separate it out for quietness. Deck 13, so they do have an exclusive concierge Sundeck here. So we have some lounge chairs, we have some places where you can sit. They have plenty of towels. As you can see, they have some little tables here. And then this stairs, actually leads down to the concierge lounge. So this is the concierge Sundeck. And as you can see, privacy walls up, very private, very quiet. We have some more lounge chairs over here, couches. Over here, you can see they have a little makeshift bar, drink station. Some more seating areas here. And here they have a little shower, privacy if you want to rinse off.
I know, good. Good.
And then they have restrooms. And then over here, they have a little whirlpool that you can get into as well. And over here, guys, they have beverages. Oh, go for it. Or not. There you go. So we have ginger ale, Coke, Coke Zero, Diet Coke, Fanta, Sprite, apple juice, orange juice, water. And this is stocked all the time. So you can always have something cool and refreshing to drink. Very nice. This is the Concierge Sundeck, and as you can see, it's kind of hidden, so you kind of have to know where it is. So come to the back, deck 13, and there's your little sign. But it's kind of hidden because they don't want a lot of people to know about it, but you can only access it through your key card or your magic band. So one of my favorite activities to do on Embarkation Day is just to explore the ship and get a feel of where everything is. One of the benefits of getting on the ship earlier, if you can, either by concierge or making sure that you upload your boarding documents as soon as you can, is that you have full access to all of the ship's activities. You have access to the pools, the aqueduct, access to the adults only areas, and on the first day of your cruise ship you also have access to the kids clubs. So if you ever wanted to tour the kids clubs, see what they're like, or just get a feel to see if they're a good fit for you and your little ones, this is your time to do that. Level 12. This is the Concierge Lounge. Hours today are 1:30 to 10. And you're going to swipe in your key card here. Hi.
Are you finding everything you need?
Perfect. Yep, I'm great.
Right.
Thank you.
Welcome in,
Welcome
family.
in.
Hi,
Welcome
thank
in.
you.
Are you videotaping it?
Hi.
Like this one. This will live on the internet forever. I don't see how they could possibly.
Oh, they got snacks. So they have vanilla cupcake, tiramisu, pecan night torte, strawberry and vanilla panna cotta, a grilled chicken sandwich, saffron lassi, California vegetable sandwich on rye, almond coconut cookie, chilled beef and tenderloin, fresh fruit, lemongrass shrimp, and then marinated fennel and feta cheese. And then they have an espresso machine here. You can do all sorts of combinations, styles, and then they have cups, flavorings, sugar, even little jam. So I think we're gonna make ourselves a plate and try something. All right, guys, so I got the Mediterranean. It looks like it's cucumbers, pickled red onions, carrots, and it's either mayonnaise or tzatziki sauce. I can't tell.
That's what I think it is.
And it's rye bread. I'm gonna give this a go. So this sandwich is good if you're a fan of veggie wraps, but it is a little bit sour. I don't know what's causing the sourness, if it's the sauce or what, but if you don't like sour things, I don't think you'll like that. It could be that the red onions are pickled. And this is the feta cheese with olive skewers. I actually really like this, and I'm not even a big olive fan, but the seasoning in the olive oil is great, especially if you are a vegetarian. I think you're really gonna like this. Grilled chicken sandwich. It looks like it's topped with maybe cheddar cheese, maybe some mixed greens there. Taste this, guys. It's really good. It actually has avocado, and I think it has almost like maybe some sort of like aioli or some sort of spicy mayo, but these are really good. If they just had different sliders like these, I would prefer them. But yeah, very, very good. In tiny portions, but you can have as much as you want. I used the scary but cool coffee machine, and it made a cappuccino. I'll have to show you guys how it looks. It's really cool. You just put your cup under and it does everything. And then they also had these cute little honey jars next to it, so I had to have one.
The thing that you like to do, Cam.
What, parasailing?
No.
Okay. I'm just trying to look as you kind of. So we just came back to our room and we found a fruit basket. They gave us some plates, utensils, and then it looks like we have a coconut filled with raspberries, blackberries, strawberries, apples, pears, oranges, grapes, bananas, all in this cute little basket. It's very, very nice and a surprise.
Don't forget about us either!
It's Soupy and Pluto! What up, dogs? And last but certainly not... Now it's time for everyone. Clap your hands. Clap your hands. Face down on the wall. Clap your hands. People have a ball. One time, magic time. Make it sing. Hey, 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 wave them on. Wave them up high. Let me see it go.
Staying alive! Staying alive! Staying alive! Staying alive! This is
Yes, me.
I've been reviewing my itinerary, and I think it's time to see what's fun for
Sailing away. Sailing away on a
officially leaving Fort Lauderdale and heading out to sea. As you're participating in the sail away party, I tried to show it. I don't know if you guys caught it or not, but they sail away as you're pulling out to port. So it's kind of fun, and we always like to rush back to our room after we leave so that we can see the beautiful beach and see it going out to the ocean. You can see down there the boat's being escorted out by a guide boat down there. You can see some of the hotels and homes here, and then all the way down there, that is the port that we arrived in, went through security and everything. Look at these houses here, private beach. There's people down there waving. So we're now in the Disney Vacation Club member.
Oh my goodness, so much better. I figured we weren't the only two people here, you know. And we're on vacation, right? Oh yeah. There we go. I love it. I love the energy. Welcome home. My name's Megan. I'm one of your Disney Vacation Club guides, visiting all of you.
So we're just leaving out of the DVC member event. So it's basically a celebration party where you do trivia games and then they have fun prizes. So it's a lot of fun. If you're a DVC member, definitely check it out. We actually had to leave it a little bit early because with Concierge, you get in 45 minutes prior to showtime. They'll take you down a special entrance so you can get seats, and then we'll also get popcorn. So we're on our way back to the Concierge Lounge to meet the Concierge team that will take us to the show.
And then the cookies from earlier. Beetroot and goat cheese. Apple smoked. This is its apple smoked chicken breast. That's tuna. And then this is heritage beetroot and goat cheese plate. Nutella. Okay. Coffee and walnut. Cherry tomato.
So we took a secret elevator down to the theater. Tonight's show is the Golden Mickeys, and upon entering we received a free large popcorn, and then the concierge team also encouraged us to grab as many drinks as we could so that we can have beverage for this show, and also for our popcorn. So we were able to sit in the front row. The theater is completely empty, it's all to ourselves. I'm going to give you guys a panoramic shot so you can kind of see what the theater is. One of the perks of staying on Disney Cruise Line is that they have Broadway styled shows every single night. So definitely take advantage of them. If you're not into shows, you don't like theater, the water activities are open. There's trivia, there's all sorts of other activities for you on board. But if you've never watched one of the shows, I would highly encourage you to at least check out the show on the first night to get a feel for how they are.
Did I stay away from the Mickey?
I don't remember, did you?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Just finished the Golden Mickey show. They don't let you take photos or videos. I'm so sorry, guys, but I'm telling you, this is my favorite show on this ship. You have to check it out. And at the end, you get little golden Mickeys. So it's really, really cute, and they highlight some of your favorite Disney movies. It's around 7:15 now. We have late dinner on our cruise this time. So before we did early dinner, and we just felt like it was really noisy and really crowded. So we elected to do a later time for this trip. And our dining time is 8:15, and we are actually going to be back at the same restaurant that we had lunch at as well, but this time it's actually going to be the dinner menu, and then we're also going to get to meet our waiter as well as basically our team or our staff that were here with us on the cruise. So when you cruise, you have your own stateroom attendant, and then you have your dining room attendants as well, and they travel with you as you go to the different restaurants. So I'm really excited to meet them, and I'm excited for you guys to come with us. We also stopped by the Disney Vacation Club member booth, and we got these really cute lanyards with snacks and a Moana.
Okay, so you're gonna make fries. What about
So I'm thinking, guys, I'm gonna try the breaded and deep fried brie, and then I'm thinking I may do kind of like an Olive Garden soup and salad. I think I'm gonna get the French onion soup and the farmhouse salad, but I'm going to see if you can get it without asparagus. I don't know what it is, but I just do not like the taste of asparagus at all. They do have lots of items on the menu, but I don't know, I just didn't really find something that really kind of stuck out to me. One thing that is nice is that they always have lighter note offerings, and I also call these the quote-unquote safe offerings, because you have an oven-baked salmon, grilled steak, and a breast of chicken. So at all the restaurants, they do have this lighter note offering, and travels to all of them. So don't be afraid, there's always something you can get. I'm just being a little bit picky tonight. Here we have the bread service, and then it's served with some sort of olive oil based dip. Looks like olive oil with different herbs. I don't know, I'm gonna go and see what it tastes like. Alright guys, so I chose to start off with the fried brie. It is 2 pieces, or I guess chunks, of fried brie cheese served with jam spread. Overall, I found this to be an upscaled fried mozzarella, so if you're a fan of mozzarella sticks, I think you'll enjoy this. The raspberry puree chutney that they served with the cheese was sour and a little bit tart, so it kind of helped to cut through some of that richness of the brie. And just so you know, they do have a Shirley Temples, which is my favorite. I personally found the salad a little bit lacking. It had pieces of cold potato throughout, and I was not really a fan. The French onion soup was good, but was lacking in the cheese department. I typically like a super cheesy French onion soup, and there was no cheese pool possible. I decided to try the featured dessert, and it was reminiscent of a tiramisu. So if you're a friend of tiramisu, you'll probably enjoy this. This is the apple cobbler, which I kind of wish that I had just gotten that instead. Oh, excuse me, apple pastry. And then you can also get the kids Mickey ice cream bar as well.
And coconut cookies, and then they have marshmallows. Ooh, they have macarons, M&Ms, gummy bears, cake, chocolate dip marshmallow, and Nutella bites.
And the theme of the Concierge Lounge is Mount Olympus and Hercules themed. If you haven't seen all the little clues and things like that, but I just wanted to show you guys all the details in the design and layout of this lounge.
Yeah, we do have an adult only section right here, and here is the tram stop here. So you just board this tram because this is the metro tram stop. Then it will take you, that tram will take you, which is more like 10-12 minutes to the main celebration. So if you like to go to Serenity.
Okay, so we have hat and we have chocolate. And then they put your pillowcases on your pillows. Yay! My bed. And then here's your bed.
Yep.
So something that's pretty cool is that you can fill out a door hanger the night before, and in the morning they will deliver basically a continental breakfast to your room. This is open to all guests. I decided to put on my slippers at this point, guys, and hit the hay. I will see you guys in the morning for day 2 of our Disney Concierge cruise. Thanks so much for watching. Bye-bye for now.